Aloha everybody, Tracie here. Welcome to my Nīnau series, and Nīnau is a question, and I have a question from a viewer. Stay tuned till the end so you can hear what my upcoming projects are, and then if you want to follow the timestamp below, I'm going to share with you his Nīnau. So panevau ikela Nīnau, and give you my best answer. Alright? Makoko? So my question comes from this person, hard to hear, and he's responding to my video that I did on hard to hear Hawaiian sounds, aina versus aina. So if you want to watch that video, you can watch it. I'm posting it above. Hard to hear says, great video again, mahalo. I had a question about the glottal stop. For me as a native English speaker, I can't hear and have a hard time pronouncing the glottal at the beginning of a word. Do you have any tips? Maikai. So let's answer his Nīnau. Pane ikona Nīnau. So let's go here to vehe vehe viki viki for some of you that don't know what a glottal stop is. And that is the okina. And the okina, if you need okina, the glottal stop practice, and the kahako, or the makrin practice, then you can click on this video here and you can watch it. All right, so let's go through the answer, because in the video that he was watching, he says that it was hard for him to hear. So my best advice for you, hard to hear, and for those of you, the rest of you, would be to just keep listening to that video and see if you can tell the difference between those two words that I talked about. And then also listen to Mele Hawaii, listen to Hawaiian music, listen to Hawaiian speakers. I'll post the link to some other resources that you can watch and listen to help get your pepeao, your ear ma'a, or used to hearing Hawaiian. And now that I've answered that question, let me move on to you, because you were talking about yourself being a Hawaiian listener. But now let's turn it around and see, as a Hawaiian speaker, are you able to pronounce the difference between those two words that I talked about? Now, one of the things that happens is sometimes I mean aina, but I might say aina, right? So it just depends, because even as a speaker, sometimes you might not say it with the emphasis. So as a listener, when you listen to it back, you might not hear it because maybe it wasn't there. Does that make sense? Maupopoia oikela, does that make sense to you? So sometimes you might be trying to listen for something that might not be there. So the best advice that I can give you is to listen, ho'olohe, and then to practice, to speak. That way you're practicing your ho'olohe, you're listening, and your olelo, you're speaking at the same time. Ho'olohe and olelo. Ho'olohe and olelo. And then also, if you want to record yourself, then that might help you to practice better. So I have, like, on my own phone here, my kelepona, when I was learning to speak Hawaiian, I would record myself. Back then, never have cell phones, but I would record myself and then I would go back and listen. And then also I would listen to those native Hawaiian speakers so that I could hear better. I hope that answers your Nīnau. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. So what I'm working on for next month is a video on kupuna, or our old people during the COVID-19 pandemic. And then if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comments below as to what you would like to learn or as to what you would like to hear about. And then, as always, mahalo for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. Aloha. Ahui ho.